You know, that's a good feeling out there. When you can walk up here and just look around and make people smile. Make people feel pretty good. I'm just glad God gave me the opportunity to do that and the ability to do it. It's kind of hard to talk to a young man that talks so eloquently and say the things that has happened to him and with the conviction that he did. Because I'm going to tell you all something. God is a loving God.
Amen.
And he's a forgiving God.
Amen.
Because I'm going to tell you point blank, I know he is, and I know he can love you because I tried him. I've tried him. I thought I was the man doing everything. I thought, yeah, that's me. You know, God let me do a lot of things in this world. A whole lot. Well, I just got on a little bandwagon. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. But I never realized for a long time that I wasn't doing it. I'm going to give you a little background on me first. My granddad was a Baptist minister. And at one time I knew everything I thought I could know about the Bible. I mean, I could quote the books of the Bible to you in order at the end. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st, 2nd Samuel, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and go right on down the line. But that was instilled in me as a young man, as a kid. And I could do that. But I really didn't know what it meant. I just know I had it. I could do that. Yeah, I know the Bible. I could quote some of the scriptures out of it, but I really didn't know what it meant. To me, I was trained, but I didn't know what I was trained for. All the stuff I've done throughout my whole bullfighting, barrelman, clowning career was to be able to look around in here right now and say, God, thank you for giving me the ability to gather this many people in your name. A lot of people are telling me, you know, we came here just because we want to hear you talk. Well, sorry. Because what I'm telling you, it ain't from Leon, it's from God. What I've got to say here today is not about Leon. I've done a lot of things. And God has used me to get a great following. But I didn't know I was leading nobody. Until I ran into that brick wall. And when I run into that brick wall, it's when, you know, I'll tell you like this. That old song, The Tears of a Clown, when there's no one around. Too many days in my life I've made thousands and thousands of people smile. And I go to the house and I'm all alone. And I kept saying, you know, I guess that's where my joy is. I got to be out there. I got to go. One year I worked 386 performances. That's more days than more performances than our days in a year. And I thought that was where I was going to be happy, just working. I've always said that God put me on earth to do two things. That's to help people out and make people happy. And I can do them both right out there in that arena. Well, that was a great thing. But there has always been something missing. No matter how many smiles I can put on faces, and I can make everybody in there laugh and have a big time. But when you walk out of there, it got a little lonely. It got a little stressful because of everything I wanted was outside the door. It wasn't intact with me. Until I got down on my knees, like Clay said. I said, okay, God, I surrender. And I'm going to tell you something. I told a preacher in Houston, Texas one time, he said, man, I'm having a problem with something. He said, I just don't know what to do. And I said, you know, I was in that same position. I said, God, tell me what to do. He said, surrender. Because when you surrender to God, you don't have no more battles. Because he said he'll fight your battles. Mm-hmm. He'll make your enemies your footstool. You have to love your enemies. That's really tough to do. When somebody's speaking bad to you, it's a little tough to sit there and go, I love you. Okay, God, you really know what you're talking about here? He's talking real bad about me right now. I don't know if I can do this. But as soon as you do, you walk away and you go, yeah. You get that little grin on your face, you go, yeah. You didn't beat him, God did. You don't have no battles. There's a great relief and a great joy in surrendering. If you surrender to God, there is nothing else. You don't have a fight. I've been fighting bulls. I've been fighting everything. I fight a lot of knee problems, everything. But I kept going. I thought I was tough. I wasn't. I wasn't that tough. I wasn't doing it. God was backing me. God was doing it. I wasn't. I thought I was just, well, I'm about to be pretty tough. I've got all this stuff what happened to me. I can still keep going. You know? When he took that ability away, he said, okay, I've let you do all of these things and gather all of my people, all of my children. Now, I want you to speak to them, but not in your way, in mine. And that was a revelation that I loved, because I didn't know I could get up here in front of everybody and talk like crazy, just have a big time. But to talk about God, that was a little private thing for me, because Barbara Fairchild said, me and Jesus, we got our own thing going. We got it all worked out. Well, I did, between me and him, but I kind of kept it hid. I joked, before I walked out in the ring, I said, okay, God, let's go. And every time I got in trouble, I go, oh, God. I had a preacher tell me one time, they was on a plane, and they hit a little turbulence, and the lady sitting next to him said, oh, Lord, have mercy. He looked at her, and, he said, that's the shortest prayer in the world. I've been praying a lot. Because I say, Lord, have mercy. A lot. Everybody in here does. Everybody does. Oh, Lord, have mercy. You're praying. As long as I'm talking to God or talking with him and letting him lead me, things are going right. But the first time that I stepped out of that and go, I can do this, that's when things get a little bad. And everybody in here knows that my whole career, what all I've done, and where I've been in, I've been right here in this rodeo for a long time. That's all I'm gonna say. But I started coming to the Cowboy Church a few years ago.